All right, let's see if we got this thing going. Let me know if the sound is good. I have never had this hard of a time trying to get live going. That is so strange to me. So let me know if you guys can hear me good. If it's sounding good, let me know. I literally tried to do this live like 5 times over the last, I don't know, 3 days, and it just would not work. So let me know in the comment sections if you guys can hear me good. I tried to do the live from my office and it started and then it just started glitching. So you can hear me. Oh man, that I'm happy because golly, I've never had this. I mean, literally, this is my sixth time trying to do this live, and for whatever reason, I mean, I think the enemy probably just doesn't want nobody, certain people, to see this. And so let me just get right into it. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to hold you guys long, but as many of you guys know, and I wasn't the only one, all right, but God gave me some words for Diddy. Recently, they've kind of went viral. It was about 3 years ago. And the thing is, this really isn't about Diddy. This isn't really about, oh, we're just talking about celebrities. I want you to understand that there is a spiritual battle. And I think sometimes we can be so just, caught up in the church and quite frankly in la la land that we really need to see the ugly reality of what is going on. All right, so we've been talking about Illuminati, Freemasons, all these demonic groups for years, but I think that sometimes we hear about it so much we get kind of complacent. I think Sound of Freedom, Sound of Hope, these are excellent movies to watch, and it can be kind of hard to watch, but this is the reality of what is going on. And so as far as Diddy's concerned, if you remember the word that God had gave me about 3 years ago, the Lord told me he had did some very evil, dark, wicked things, and he was very snake-like. But he is not the only one. In the video recently, we were talking about Oprah. I think she's worth 3 billion. All right, she's connected to a lot of these people. There's a lot of suspect things. I'm not going to get into all that. You can, look at that video. But I want to say this before I play you this clip. All right, God told me right after the election where Biden, somehow managed to get into office, that remember that video where I was in the woods and that big tree was like turned over. He said, I'm going to expose the roots of the evil that is really going on in this world. All right, especially here in America. And he said, when I expose it, it's going to be so deep and so crazy. People are going to think like it's like a movie. It's going to sound like a movie. It's not going to sound real. And remember, when God gave me that word, it was like I think it was a couple weeks after the election, maybe a couple days after the election, right? And he said, I'm going to expose it. And when I expose what's really going on behind the scenes, people are not going to believe it because it's going to sound like a movie. It's going to be so dark, so demonic, so evil that people are not going to really believe it. And so the reality is this, before I play you this clip, okay, I'm showing you this because there's people that are complacent. We're not serious about our prayer life. We're not under the realization that there's really a war going on. All right. The 7 pillars of society. Satan is using media, entertainment, politics, education. He's using all of it, right, to push his demonic agendas. And what happens is these celebrities, these Hollywood people, a lot of these politicians, and even some preachers have come into covenant with Satan for fame, money, and power. And that's why you see these dark and evil and strange things going on. That's why when you go to the Grammys, right, you see these people doing these. Why can't you just get up there and sing your love song? Why do you got to have snakes and demonic stuff all over the place? Because they've come into covenant with Satan. And so I'm going to play this clip for you. Now, excuse me, because I don't want well, I guess I'll try to play it from here. And then just give me the thumbs up if you guys hear the sound. That way I don't have to get up and walk to the desktop computer. All right. So let me know if you hear the sound. I'm going to play this. Now, what this clip is, I stumbled across this the other day. And essentially what it is Diddy warning the people at the party that child services could be, on the way, right? Which is just a strange thing to say. And so he's standing from his balcony and he says, look, my kids are in the basement. Get your kids out of here before child services come. He's giving the warning. And to me, that's just strange for so many different reasons. And then I'm going to show you this lady who many of you have probably seen before, but she's connected to all these rappers. And when you see how weird it is, how strange it is, how demonic it is, it really makes you wonder, like, how crazy are these parties getting with these elites? So let me play this. Let me know if you guys can hear the sound. Somebody let me know.
I think I made my point clear. So if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kid is downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much.
So did you hear the sound in the video of what he was saying before we begin to play the next clips? Did you hear him loud and clear? That's pretty crazy, right? I'm gonna play it again. Just let me know. Did y'all hear Diddy? I know y'all hear the sound on here, but did you hear the sound on the video? Like, when I heard that, I said, that's a strange thing for him to say. That, you know what that lets me know? Think about the things that Kanye has said over the years about, him being a Fed. We know we've done a video about who his father was, the Frank Lucas connection, that there was people that were connected to the Feds. We did a whole, you could go look up the videos. And so, Diddy had some situations back in the 90s where some people believe he got connected to the federal government, and that's why he got off on some things. That's neither here nor there, but it's just strange to me because that lets me know, like, this has been a thing before. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're letting them know, like, hey, child services. I'm wondering, okay, did somebody report you guys before? Did you have an incident with child service before? Did somebody come around asking questions because something was looking funny before? So I'm going to play the clip one more time, all right, because I want all of you to come in late to hear it and see, like, this is the ugly reality of what's going on. And then the clips that are going to play after that are from this Michelle Lammy witch lady. We're just going to run through it. And I want you to see Christians, while we're being casual about our prayer life, while we're casual about fasting and reading our Bible and church attendance, these demonic people are dedicated to doing what they're doing. They're dedicated to doing their demonic rituals. They're dedicated to their witchcraft. They're dedicated to pushing their demonic agendas. So, church, what are we going to do about it? Like, this is the ugly reality. All right, so let me, boom. All right, let's play it one more time. And this time I'm going to just let it run through.
I think I made my point clear. So if child welfare come in here in 30 minutes, that's on y'all. My kid is downstairs. 15 minutes, the kids have to go. Thank you very much.
Now look at this right here. I'm going to show you, I'm explaining it in a minute, but I just want you to see it. Some people say, oh, it's just fashion. It's just entertainment. Same thing they say about the horror movies. Like, look at this imagery. Kind of reminds me of the Beyonce, Renaissance, whatever stuff she had, I think it was, where she was mocking the Bible. Oh, by the way, Jay-Z and Beyonce is going to be next because they've been mocking God for so long. You got to be a special kind of crazy to continue to mock Jesus and mock the Bible and mock God. But guess what? They're going to reap what they sow.
A lot of years. At least I like the santal and incense mixed. Of course, we had a big thing to say, so we said it.
So, I mean, look how demonic this. Now, some of you are going to, yeah, that's weird, right? Like but the reality is there's a lot of rappers who are hanging around these individuals. Look at that. Goodness gracious. Hold on. Let's run that back. I mean, you don't even need serious discernment. You don't even really need, anybody could see something and it's not because she's got black eyeliner on or nothing like that. You can see, some people say what the eyes are the window to the soul. And so some of you are like, yeah, this is strange. This is weird. No, it's demonic. These people are full blown involved in some weirdo demonic stuff. And I'm guarantee you some of that stuff is going on at the party. This woman is connected, all right, to a lot of rappers. Watch this. I just want you, Cardi B. Like, this is, and they're going to these fashion shows and golly, look at this. But it's just fashion. It's nothing demonic. We're just, we're just trying to be creative. Something is clearly wrong. And so I'm going to show you some images of this. Look at this. This looked like a whole demonic ritual. And people think, oh, I'm being extra, I'm doing too much. I want you to understand there's a real spiritual battle. There's a real spiritual war going on. All right. So I think, you've seen enough. Let me show you one more. Like, whoa. It's the same thing that I'm always talking about with the horror movies. All right. So I think, look, this is enough of that. Let me exit out of this. All right. I think people got to wake up and understand that there's something real demonic that's going on. Okay. And they're doing these parties, and I've told you before, they got all the money. They can have this woman, that guy. They get bored, and they keep going down this, demonic tunnel, portal, whatever you want to call, and it keeps getting darker and darker. So you say, well, why are you showing Diddy and what he said on the balcony and showing, these individuals well? Well, because let me show you the second one first. I want you to look at this, all right? Because there's a lot of Christians who think it's okay to listen to secular music. There's a lot of Christians who still listen to Beyonce. There's a lot of Christians who still listen to Drake and all of these people. But look, this is the reality. All right, what is that? The Migos right there. All right. You got a lot of Christian rappers who still listening to this stuff and get influenced by these guys and make their music, off of these guys. And so look at this. Like, this is the ugly reality. Okay. We got Usher right here. I see Kanye, I think, in one of them. This is the ugly reality. You can't tell me. Look at this. I'm telling you, these two are next. Now, she was there, I believe, to support this individual. I'm going to show you on the next thing. I guess he's some kind of fashion designer. It was his fashion show with all of the weird images. All right. But you can clearly see, there we go again. This guy's into some weird stuff as well. And so what I'm trying to tell you guys is, church, we got to realize that the devil is taking this stuff serious. And not only in the entertainment, not only in Hollywood, not only in the media, not only in the movies. You know what was so interesting when I did that Oprah video the other day? Guess who popped up? The Lee Daniels guy. Remember when all the Christians were mad at me because I said, look, you shouldn't be watching horror movies, and you really shouldn't be watching this deliverance movie by this dude, Lee Daniels, this gay Hollywood director. Did you guys see the clip from him that came up where he was talking about, they asked him why him and his, I don't think it was his husband or it was his boyfriend, but why do they look so young? And did you hear what he said? Somebody type it in the comments, because I don't want to say it and get flagged in this video. Somebody type what he said in that interview with Wendy Williams when she asked him, why does he look so young? Tell them what he said in the comments. It's ridiculous. Matter of fact, let me just type Now, this is the guy, you see, I just typed it in the comments, right? This is the guy Christians were trying to tell me, oh, God is using him. What kind of twisted mind even thinks that kind of stuff as a joke? So you see that their fashion shows are demonic. You see that the Grammys are demonic. Who knows what's going on at Diddy's little parties when they're involved in this stuff? And I'm telling you, it's some real dark and twisted stuff. I really do think that, Beyonce and Jay-Z, the way that they have, mocked God over the years, I wouldn't be surprised, what I'm saying, if they're next. And so, man, hey, church, we got to be praying. We got to be fasting. We got to get right. Diddy's not the only one, and it's not all about Diddy. Diddy, he doesn't have what do you call it, money that makes the world go round. Oprah does, Bill Gates does. I think Diddy was worth 600 million, then he went down to 400 million, and we did some videos talking about that. but there's some people that got a lot of money, that have a lot of power, that want to play God, right? They get off on that weird stuff. Having whatever you want to call it, dominion over other people, that with the trafficking and all of that stuff. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse because that lust is never fulfilled. And that's why you see everybody talking. Just watch The Sound of Freedom. Watch The Sound of Hope, the reality of what's going on. We got to be careful, church, even with this stuff with DCFS and, child services. They got too much power now. That stuff really came to my attention recently. Did you see the video that I posted the other day with what the woman was saying? They'll come take your kids and send them to these different places. They know what's happening at the border. People in powerful positions, they know what's happening to a lot of these young girls. They know where these girls are being sent. And the sad part is a lot of them are in on it. So, hey, church, you better wake up. All I'm saying, the reason I showed you that, the devil ain't playing and the devil ain't even hiding no more. Because you know what a lot of Christians will say? Because they don't want to admit we're in a war. That's just a fashion show. That's just entertainment. Oh, yeah, this demonic, they won't say it's a demonic movie. They say, oh, it's just, it's a horror movie. I'm not opening any demonic portals in my home, even though the Bible says give no place to Satan. You got to be careful, church. We are in a full-blown war. So I'm going to end this live. I might hop back on here in a minute to talk about something else, but I just wanted to show people that I think it was quite odd that he said that. Like, that lets me know, like, people have been, that's just a weird thing to say. Like, we're having a party. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, not, hey guys, there's some, grown folks things that's about to go on here. Your kids need to get out of here. It's like, hey, child services is going to come and check. So, hey, get them out of here. Strange, but hey, www.marcusrogersministries.org. If you want to support what we're doing, go stream or purchase the Breakthrough Season album. It went all the way up to number 8 on the charts. It helps me do everything that I'm doing here for the kingdom. I greatly appreciate you guys. Love you. Be blessed. I might be back on in a second.